just signed a stupid contract. Kinda hard to never mind that. Now my phone is always going off. People I don't even contact. Tell them I'm gonna try and call back. But you know how shit be going. I got the light switch. I'ma just gonna leave this on. I done been on for a while. I done ran all of the bases. Bobby Bolina. Nigga, I'm straight out the field. You gotta come off the paper. Bobby Bolina.
What up, family? It's me, Rondo, a.k.a. Parnell Shuttlesworth, b.k.a. your mom's homie, a.k.a. Young Ash Ketchum. I gotta catch them all. F.K.A. Mr. Big Stuff. And my pronouns is Black Matrix. And I would like to welcome y'all to the Treehouse out of Chicago. This 77 Tree, the podcast, in conjunction with the Bel Air Boys. Here we discuss wrestling and all things associated with it. And whether it's your first time checking in with us or you tuned in before, do me a favor, make sure that you're following, that you're subscribed, that you're liking, and that you're sharing. It does wonders for us on this end. Rating, reviewing episodes, that also does us good. It is greatly appreciated. It helps us out with the analytics, gives us the information we need to continue to pump out the content that we know y'all checking for. So I'm going to jump right off into this episode. Today's episode, we are reviewing 2026 Royal Rumble, which was held in Saudi Arabia. They made this out to be a spectacle. They wanted it to be a big deal. They get WrestleMania next year, but as far as they're concerned, this was the prelude to that. I called it probably like 7 months, 8 months back. Pretty sure somebody from over there is going to end up buying WWE within the next 10 years. They're just checking the landscape, making sure it'll be a valuable asset if they choose to inquire it, which they probably will. They're shelling out buku loads of money just to have these shows, so I wouldn't be surprised at all. The show starts off with shots of the stadium being constructed. They got the stadium put together in 23 days. That sounds terrifying to me. Ain't no way I'm finna jump off in no arena, stadium, building, for that matter, that was put together in 3 weeks and 2 days. That does not seem like enough time. It does not seem like enough time. We get shots of Charlotte and Alexa Bliss making their way to the venue. We also get shots of the women of Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, and Liv Morgan. We got Nia Jax and Lash Legend making their way through. We also see Io and Rhea, the women's tag team champions. All these women are in the 30 Women Royal Rumble this afternoon, I should say. We next see AJ and Gunther. It's solely going to him. So I feel like he probably has a few more months of this year with a run in him. I don't know where. I've heard rumblings about AEW. TNA seems like the most valuable choice. Seems like that would make sense. That's where, he was able to hone his craft. That's where he became the phenomenal AJ Styles. But we're going to keep our antennas up for that. Afterwards, we see Drew McIntyre pulling up in the pickup truck. We also see shots of Sami Zayn playing soccer in the background with a couple of cats. And for whatever reason, we then see Triple H getting his bags out of an SUV. And I got to pause it right here real quick. Why is Triple H being shown? Why are we showing Triple H arriving to the arena like he got a match this evening? Like he's in the 30-man Rumble. He is not on the show. He oversees it. He's the head of creative. He is not an active wrestler. My boy is on everything. He's like the YKK zipper. He's on everything. And why? All right, unpause. Next, we get shots of Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu, Javon Evans, and Cody Rhodes. They're walking through the venue as well. These guys are all in the 30-man Rumble. We got surprises potentially for the 30-man Rumble for the men and women. We'll have to go through it. I took detailed notes about the women's Rumble and the men's Rumble. I'm going to try to keep it at a decent length. Pause. But I want to make sure I get important parts of these matches in this review. We get a video package of the Royal Rumble's history, which is narrated by Triple H. So annoying. The boy's in the commercial, he's narrating the commercial, and it's like, you couldn't get an active wrestler to do this. You couldn't pay Cena to do this. You couldn't have Heyman or Roman do this. Triple H, do me a favor. When y'all are watching the product, let me know how many Triple H commercials you see during one sitting. During one episode of Raw, or SmackDown or PLE? Take note. Let me know how many Triple H commercials y'all see during one sitting. I'm interested in knowing that. That probably be the poll whole time. After the Rumble package, we get shots of the commentating teams. On commentating tonight, we got Cole and Wade Barrett. I like them as a team. Wade, great on the heel side. Michael Cole, he's he's been around forever. Cole's from like 97, 98. He was doing backstage interviews back then. Like he wasn't even thinking about sitting at the table. But Cole he's history. He's a veteran. He's a lifer as well. He's their new JR. And sometimes they have him doing corny stuff or saying corny things, but maybe that's just how he comes off. I don't know. We're starting off the Rumble with the 30 Women's Royal Rumble match. All right, y'all, lock in. This is where it gets fishy. So we starting it off with number 1, Charlotte Flair. She makes her entrance to the ring. The number 2 contestant for this Rumble was Charlotte's tag team partner, Alexa Bliss. Now they get in the ring and they're staring at the WrestleMania sign because they both want a shot. They both want to make it there. And then they begin to tease spots where they're throwing each other out. And Charlotte initiates it. She originally and solely first grabs Alexa, lifts her up like she's finna throw over the top rope, sits on the turnbuckle, hits her with, I'm just joking, I'm just playing, helps her down. Bliss then gets the sister Abigail on Charlotte and was like, oh, I was this close, I could have got you, but it's all love. Charlotte then flips Alexa, teases the figure 4. No, just joking. They hit the hard hands, and then Alexa hops on Charlotte back, and they're ready for whoever number 3 is. So essentially, they're agreeing to work together, and if it comes down to them, then they'll deal with it then. Number 3 contestant is Miss Kiana James. She comes in, and now we getting some action because she runs the ropes and she gets some spots in instantly, gets to display her skills. I'm all for that. Nia Jax comes in at number 4. That's Bay. And she came through wrecking shop on cats. I don't know what the crowd was chanting at Nia, but they was chanting something. I couldn't make it out. If y'all know, drop a comment. But she seems to be embracing it and eating it up. Maybe now comes in at number 5. And for some reason, well, it's not for some reason, because she's Alpha Academy and they have the angle type thing. They were chanting suck at her like she was Kurt Angle. I didn't like that because she doesn't suck and she really can go. She's a very good wrestler, hell of an athlete. They need to start doing more with Ivy Niles, man. She doesn't get the respect or the looks that she deserves. Number 6, we got Lola Vice. She comes in. All the women that come into the match, soon as they get in, they get like 10, 15 seconds of good action. They get to display their talents, and then it's back to the chaos. It's back to the mumbo jumbo. But there was a spot where Lola hit her hip attack on 2 women in the corners, hit one on one corner, hit one on the other. Then she come off and she do her hip roll. I'm assuming that's her taunt. I'm not completely brushed up on Lola the way I need to. I used to be tapped in, but it's hard to keep up with all of the wrestling that's going on. It's a lot happening. But she did the little hip roll. Nia came through like, nah, honey. And she took her down and then did the hip roll. Nia, she be doing it on purpose, I feel like. To me anyway. Yeah, Nia with the hip roll. Put that on a shirt. Nia looked dominant this whole time she was in the match. The monster heel, they really couldn't do nothing with her. But at one point, Kiana James was able to get Nia up in a Samoan drop. Big pop for her when she got that. But then the rest of the women grouped together and tried to get Nia out, which brings out the number 7 contestant, Candice LeRae. She comes out, and if y'all remember, she had, I want to say a year and a half ago, maybe she had storyline where she was with Candice and they were tag team partners. So she comes out to help Nia. I don't know, man. It was a lot. That's all I could say. Nia tries to take Alexa Bliss out with a power bomb over the top rope. It gets reversed into a Hurricane Rana. Charlotte eliminates Nia, running, hitting her with the hip, knocking her off the apron. In doing so, she knocked Bliss off as well. I don't know if that was planned. I heard it was a botch. And if you rewatch it, from what I was told, when Alexa Bliss got eliminated, she didn't have a name graphic. Nia had her eliminated, Nia Jax name graphic. They didn't have one for Bliss. I heard it was because that was a botch. She was not supposed to be eliminated that early, which I think makes sense. I don't know how it broke down, but I would have figured they did something along the lines where they showed a little dissension or teased it between Charlotte and Alexa, but we didn't get that. Charlotte eliminates Nia and Bliss. Becky comes out at 9, and you already know about the history that Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair has, so they square off, they looking at each other, and they get to throwing blows. Last time Becky won the Royal Rumble, she eliminated Charlotte Flair. So there's always going to be hot heat between these two whenever they step in the ring. Sol Ruka comes in at number 10, very acrobatic, had no wrestling background prior to coming to WWE. So she's been learning and training since she's been here. And she got the opportunity to show what she was made of. I wonder if WWE likes the fact that they were able to essentially teach her how to wrestle, because she just had the athletic background to her. They trained her and got her to the levels that she is now, and she has nothing but potential. She comes in and starts the match off with a 450 double clothesline on 2 women. Roxanne comes in at number 11. Last year, she set the record for the longest time for a woman in a Rumble at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 47 seconds. I am a big fan of Roxanne Perez, and she's obviously going to be a future world champion. Roxy gets in. She hits her windmills on Charlotte Flair. Becky and Roxy square off. I like the idea of that match. I mean, give me that after SummerSlam. Give it to me for SummerSlam. Roxanne and Becky Lynch for the IC title. Not mad at that. Maxine Dupree comes in at 12, and y'all know she's been going back and forth with Becky. She gets in, goes right off the back. Number 13, Natty, a.k.a. Natalia. She comes in, and she was the one who was training Maxine to be the wrestler that she ended up becoming, with the more aggressive style and the more ruthless character that she's been trying to portray. I'm rocking with it. You see the growth in Maxine. They're pushing her a little heavy, in my opinion. She's okay. She's better than she was. She's still a little rusty. But I think that shows the lack of women that they have on the main roster. First off, they got all their big stars in tag team, and there's a sea of very capable. Natty comes in. She goes at Maxine. Maxine gets the ankle lock on Bexy. Maxine get the ankle lock on Becky. Becky flips out of it and is able to eliminate Maxine. Natty then tossed Becky over the top rope. Liv Morgan comes in at 14. So now you got Roxanne and Liv in there from the Judgment Day. Obviously, they're going to be holding each other down. They're able to hit their double team move on Jordan Grace, which is that cold breaker into the Russian leg sweep. Really like that move. Lash Legend comes in at number 15. Nia has been eliminated, so now Lash Legend has the monster heel role for the rest of the match. She did not disappoint. She came in extremely dominant, overpowering, towering over other women, just stronger. They couldn't do nothing with her. Zelina Vega makes her appearance at number 16. Her outfit was wild. I mean, I don't know what was the point. If you know, you know. Raquel comes in at 17. She eliminates Kiana Jane. Now all the Judgment Day women are in. Chelsea Green, she comes in at 18. Julia comes in at 19. And they get good action between each other. Chelsea's doing the comedy spots. She's trying to get people to salute. They firing on her. They ain't paying that no attention. We ain't here for that. There was the spot where Chelsea was almost eliminated. She got through over the top rope. Someone knocked her off. She managed to step on Alba Fire's back. I don't know if Alba Fire it happening and braced herself, but Alba hit all fours, and Chelsea was able to step on her back and avoid elimination. So that's the Kofi spot, so to speak. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. We next get Io Sky coming in at 20, who was dressed like the Yellow Ranger. I don't care what nobody say. Check it out if you don't believe me. It wasn't an exact replica, but anybody from my time era, if you saw her outfit, the first thing that should come to your mind is Yellow Ranger. I asked if that was racist, but I don't think it was. Asuka makes her way down at number 21. So now there's Asuka and Julia, 3 very great Japanese women wrestlers. They all get to mixing it up. They actually double team Io, which luckily at 22, we had Rhea Ripley coming out. And she helps to even the odds with Rhea and Io. Julia eliminates Zelina Vega. Rhea eliminates Chelsea Green after a salute spot. Then she eliminates Roxanne Perez with the Razor's Edge. Judgment Day and Rio, again, Rhea and Io, they get to mixing it up. They scrapping. Bayley comes in at number 23. She goes straight at Sol Ruka and Charlotte Flair. You know, Bayley, a couple weeks back, had the match with Sol Ruka at the Saturday Night Main Event that she lost, but was another good showing for Sol Ruka. We get JC Jane at number 24. She comes through good speed, NXT Women's Champion, and you can see why she has the belt. And Natty mix it up. I like that stare off. You get Liv and Natty. I like that too. If they're going to do the new MMA version of Natalya, I hope they really dive deep into it. There's no reason that they should like sugarfoot or play around with it. Let her go off. She should have been the first U.S. Women's Champion. Respectfully, she's a veteran. She's been there for so long. She's been enhancement talent. She's been promos. She's been at the top of the card. She's been your second match. Like Tyson Kidd, her husband, is a producer backstage. I mean, it's got to be more than they're just having her hang around. They really need to start investing more time and energy into these homegrown talents, these wrestlers that's been there forever, these lifers. They really need to start showing them more respect because it's not coming off as such. Raquel goes to powerbomb Natty over the top rope. They both go over. Liv slides through, hits Natty with the Oblivion. Natty falls out the ring. Natty's eliminated. At 25, we got Nikki Bella. Now, Nikki's been back for about a year. She has the heel angle of she wants everyone to thank her for leading the charge. She didn't. She was a very popular Divas wrestler. She didn't lead the charge for what we're watching now. They were here first. She had nothing to do with the women who can actually wrestle. Could she actually wrestle? Yeah, I'm sure. Not in comparison to what we have now, though. Respectfully. She does get some spots in. She get her tornado DDT on Raquel. Lyra comes in at 26. So Liv and Lash locking up with Lyra. Lyra puts the octopus on Julia and heads over to the top rope to get her eliminated. She goes over, but she doesn't fall. Then Bayley comes in and starts throwing blows with her, but she can't get her out. That's when Lyra comes over, jumps on Bayley's back, and hits Julia with a flying forearm to eliminate her. Kalani Jordan comes in at number 27. Very good, fast-paced wrestler. I believe she's dating Carmelo Hayes. The crowd is still in here. Crowd is still live. 27 wrestlers in. We probably at about 50 minutes around this time now. At number 28, we get Kairi Sane. She comes in, insane elbow to Io right away. Lyra and Bayley, they go to help Asuka, and Rhea gets over the top rope. She slides off to the side. Io and Asuka locking up. Asuka goes over the top rope. Io face plants Kairi, and then as Kairi tries to run with like a flying knee or a running knee or running elbow or something, Io moves, knocks Asuka off the apron. Kairi eliminates Asuka. And Asuka looked upset. Very ticked off. But not to worry, because right after that, Io flipped Kairi over the top rope and pushed her off the apron to eliminate Kairi. So Asuka and Kairi both were eliminated. And Asuka grabbed Kairi by the hair and proceeded to drag her backstage. Whoa. At number 29, we get Brimo. That was the biggest pop of the night so far. No one expected it. Really great surprise. I didn't think they would be able to pull it off. I hoped that they could. It was a lot of pettiness being dealt with in the beginning. Biggest pop. She gets the yes kicks in. She helps her sister up. They embrace. The crowd love it. They pop for it. Number 30. Now, I was hoping for Bianca Belair. Instead, we got Tiffany Stratton. I'm not mad at it. A return to Tiffany is definitely what's happening. She runs right to the top rope, hits a swanton bomb on a bunch of females grouped in a circle. Charlotte and Tiffany, they square off. They get face to face and get to, oh yeah, remember that? But then I noticed Tiffany looked like she had work done on her face. I'm not sure if it was the makeup and the lighting or the angle, but her face looked squared off. She looked different to me, but they trade blows. They going at it. So all 30 women are now in the match. You get the Bellas going against Bayley and Lyra. The Bella twins eliminate Bayley and Lyra. It was a long spot, but a spot nonetheless. JC Drain eliminates Kalani Jordan. Sol Ruka hits the Soul Snatcher on JC Jane and eliminates her. Both Bella twins try to eliminate Lash Legend. Can't do it. Lash gets both of the twins up out of there. Lash and Charlotte go at it. They on the apron. Lash straight kicks Charlotte off and eliminates her. So you can see they pushing Lash Legend as an unstoppable force, and I'm rocking with it heavy. The crowd begins to chant overrated at Lash Legend, and they don't even know what they looking at. They don't know what they talking about. Lash and Io go at it. They go over the top rope. Lash eliminates Io. So now it's Rhea and Lash. They square off. And this is definitely a future championship match. Lash versus Raquel, two bigger women of the women's roster. Bigger like tall, not in mass. Rhea eliminates Lash Legend with a clothesline. Raquel slides through. Tahana bombs Rhea over the rope, out the ring. She eliminates her. She bent. She turned up. She like, yeah, I did that. I did that. Only to have her sister, Liv Morgan, flip her over the top rope and eliminate her. Raquel made it to the final four and was backstabbed by Liv. So now the final three of this Royal Rumble, Liv Morgan, Sol Ruka, and Tiffany Stratton. I'm not mad at that. This could have went any way. I mean, excluding Sol Ruka because she's fairly new. NXT talent definitely will be a champion in the future. She'll probably be called up before the year is out. They just need to make sure that they don't deplete the NXT roster because she's a talent that they want to make sure they get eyes on. Final three. Ruka goes to eliminate both women. She grabbed both women, trying to pick them up and throw them over the top rope when she could have just grabbed one. In doing so, all three women flip over the top rope. Ruka went for the Soul Snatcher on the apron on Tiffy, and when she went and hit the post, Tiffany just pushed her off the apron. So now we down to Tiff and Liv. And soon as Tiffany turned around from pushing Soul Ruka off the apron, she ate an oblivion, fell off, and was eliminated. And your winner of the women's 2026 Royal Rumble, Liv Morgan, baby. We still on the Revenge Liv tour, and I got front row seats. I'm not mad at this choice because they can go in plenty directions. They set up future stories. They enhanced stories that they already had in the works. This was a very great display. This was a fantastic showing. This gave you hope that the Rumble was going to be a banger of a show. This was probably as good as it got. I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all. But with that being said, I got the first part of the, the first part of the Rumble done. I shouldn't say first part, more like this was just one match. And I know if I sound like I'm all over the place with it and I'm fumbling words, my apologies. I've been dealing with severe allergies and I'm trying to navigate through it. Doc gave me some new medicine, so I'm hoping that it works. But that's enough about my BS. What we're going to do is take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to go into the next two matches, which are AJ Styles versus Gunther, with AJ Styles' career on the line. And then we have Drew McIntyre taking on Sami Zayn with the Universal Championship on the line. We're going to do those two matches when we come back from break. Y'all hang tight for me. Yes, sir. And we back. Yes, sir. Let's continue this train on the right track. So next, second match of the show, we got Gunther versus AJ Styles. Gunther makes his way to the ring. He's getting booed. They're positioning Gunther as the ultimate foreign heel, and he's soaking it up. He is now the career killer, Gunther. And I just need to note the fact that WWE are using the word killer is a big deal. They don't usually use words or terms like that. It's a little more graphic than they would want for their PG audience. If you don't believe me, Karrion Kross used to be Killer Kross, and they wouldn't let him use that, if I remember correctly. But anyway, I could be wrong. AJ Styles then makes his entrance. He makes his way to the ring. This was AJ's 370th match on WWE. Televised match, I should say. Match starts off, AJ's in control with the headlocks and rest holds. Gunther's trying to stall, waste time. But then he gets the upper hand, kicks AJ through the ropes to the outside. Gunther goes out there, begins to inflict pain, picks AJ up, drops him on the table, throws him into the post, throwing him off the barricade. The crowd is going bananas while this match is taking place. I didn't know what the protocol was over there, but they were chanting F you Gunther pretty audibly. At the time, WWE didn't censor it, so I don't know what's up with that. But then they get back in the ring, Gunther's still in control. Somehow AJ arm got busted open, probably off the table spot. Gunther puts the Boston Crab on AJ. He wants to make AJ tap. That's the whole meaning of this. He's been retiring wrestlers, making them tap, and that's his gimmick right now. AJ fights back though. They trading blows back and forth, back and forth. AJ busts out the Pele kick at the end though. They both go down. AJ gets back up first. He goes off with his series of punches in the back fist into the sliding forearm. He then picks Gunther up, puts him in a fireman carry into the neck breaker. Only gets to 2. Momentum shifts, goes back into Gunther's favor. He hits AJ with a big lariat clothesline off the ropes. And then you can see Gunther's he's going to now just wear AJ down. He's just going to methodically beat him into submission. Gunther begins to hit AJ with all types of big chops. AJ then rolls Gunther into the calf crusher. He pulls him to the middle of the ring. Gunther reverses it to a sleeper. AJ rolls him up, only gets to 2. Then they get up to their feet. They trading sleeper holds. Gunther gets flung to the outside. AJ hits the phenomenal forearm from the ring to the outside on Gunther. Really, it was a very great paced match. They paced it very well. AJ tries to go to the top rope. Gunther stops him. They trade punches up there. AJ teases a power bomb and then gets it. Slides down, power bombs Gunther. Only gets the 2 count though. AJ busts out the 450 splash and a Styles Clash on Gunther. Only got a 2. Gunther gets back up to his feet. He goes for the AJ gets back to his feet and goes for the phenomenal forearm. Gunther stops him, pushes the ref into the corner, hits a low blow on AJ, then power bombs him, only gets the 2. Gunther picks him up, big chops. Big chops for a long time, like big Gunther chops. AJ trying to get the submission on, he chopping out of it. Gunther keep chopping him out of it. AJ fighting back, but he ain't. You can see he's wearing down, like he's running out of energy. Steam is starting to fade. AJ gets kicked into the corner. He wins for the phenomenal forearm. No, AJ kicks Gunther into the corner. Went for the phenomenal forearm. Gunther catches AJ in a fireman's carry, picks him up into electric chair, throws him down to his feet, then puts him in a sleeper. And this was pretty much the tail sign of it right here. He tried to fight out of it. Gunther just locked it in more. He tried to pull himself to the rope. Gunther just pulled him away. Then you start to see AJ fading. And I'm like, God. And it was a fantastic work. Fantastic ring work. Fantastic camera angle. Because you could clearly see it looked like AJ was being zapped of his energy. And then he began to just slowly fade. And his arm went limp. And the ref grabbed his arm, picked it up, dropped it one time, called for the bell. Gunther put AJ Styles to sleep. AJ Styles now has to retire from wrestling with the WWE. I don't know what the angle is. I'm hoping it's something, but I don't know what it is. After the match, AJ stands in the ring and soaks in the cheers from the Saudi crowd. They will never understand. They could never understand. AJ takes his gloves off. Symbolically, when the wrestlers are retiring, they take their boots off, or they'll take off their bands or whatever and leave them in the middle of the ring. AJ took off his gloves and he looked like he was about to lay him down, but then he didn't. And he picked him up and he put him back on. And the crowd cheered for that. And I cheered. I popped. I ain't gonna lie. Because I don't want it to be over like that. And I want it to be over now. So hopefully they figure out a way to retcon this, because I don't know what the move is, but I would hate for AJ to be done wrestling just like that, out of nowhere, basically. I mean, we saw the setup. You didn't think it was going to play out like that, though. So that was kind of a tough pill to swallow, especially considering, that was the second match on the card. We still got 2 more matches left, which, speaking of matches, the next match, Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre for the Universal title. Sami makes his entrance. The crowd is 100% behind Sami. Sami's a hometown hero. He's of, I want to say, Saudi Muslim descent. I know he's a Muslim, but I'm not sure what his heritage is. But probably should have noted that. I forgot. Anyway, Sami is 4-0 in Saudi Arabia matches. Never lost since being there. His opponent is Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has never lost to Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre is 11-0 when it comes to him facing Sami Zayn in one-on-one matches. Sami has the heart. He's got the crowd. Drew has the power and the title. Sami's speed would definitely be too much for Drew, but Drew could just slow him down, just beat him up a little bit, slow the pace up, which is exactly what he does. Drew chops Sami down. Sami gets Drew outside of the ring, hits a swanton over the top rope to take Drew out. In doing so, hurt his own back. And that would be the story of this match. That would be the key point of what takes place within this match here. Drew starts to slowly pick Sami apart. Hit him with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, only gets the 2 count. Sami then tries to go for the Blue Thunder Bomb, but it gets blocked. Drew hits him with a neck breaker. Sami kicks him and then pulls out the Blue Thunder Bomb, but only gets the 2. They swinging back and forth. They're making it a good match. It's a good bout. The crowd is behind Sami. They're hot. Drew's playing his heel role. This match can honestly go either way. Drew starts to slowly, I said that already. Sami fights back from the top rope, hits a sunset power bomb on Drew for the 2. Sami tries to go for the Blue Thunder Bomb again. No, I read that already. Drew hits a glass low kick on Sami. Drew hits the glass low kiss on Sami, but misses the Claymore. Sami rolls him up for 2. Sami fighting back, but he's too injured. He's too beat up. He takes 3 Future Shock DDTs, but Drew only gets the 2. Sami won't quit. He takes 2 big clotheslines. He tried to go for the haluva kick as Drew went for the 3rd clothesline, but he missed. Drew sidestepped him, eats a Claymore. Drew goes for the pin. 1, 2, Sami gets his foot on the rope. Sami gets his foot on the bottom rope. Drew arguing with the ref. He mad at the ref because he should have been a 3. He not watching. Sami setting up in the opposite corner. Runs, haluva kick to Drew McIntyre. Sami only gets the 2. Drew rolls outside the ring, try to gather himself. Sami goes out there behind him, and that was the moment he knew he rocked out. That was the moment. As soon as they got outside, Drew ain't waste no time. He grabbed Sami and powerbombed him through the announcer's table, and it was over with after that. They were looking to call the medics to come pick Sami up. Drew was like, nah, this ain't over like that. It's over like this. Drew stayed on the attack, get him right back in the ring, wailing on Sami, telling Sami to stay down. Stay down. Do it for your son. Slapping the shit out of Sami in his face. Sorry. Sami grabbed him and hit him with an exploder, suplex, into the corner. Runs to the opposite corner because you know he about to set up the haluva kick. Runs, goes for it, missed it. Drew hit him with a Claymore. Sami struggling to get back to his feet. Drew tell him, look me in my eyes. And hits him with another Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre retains the Universal Championship. He is now 12-0 against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is now 4-1 in Saudi Arabia matches. This was a pretty good showing. I mean, in the beginning, they gave you hope that Sami could pull it out. But I mean, just truthfully speaking, Drew McIntyre is too imposing of a threat for Sami Zayn, especially right now. Drew will do whatever he needs to do to keep his title. He said it once and he meant that. It ain't no other way around it. So now, Drew McIntyre gets to move on to his next conquest, who will probably be Jacob Fatu. Because Drew, Jacob, and Cody all have something going on right now. It'll probably culminate at WrestleMania, but we're going to get there when we get there. We're going to see. We're going to take a break right here because after this, we have the 30-man's Royal Rumble match. And that match did not live up to the hype. I'll just be 100 with you. We're going to break it down and go through it and see what it was. Appreciate y'all logging in with me. It was a lot getting this crap done. This was a lot of rewatching and a lot of note-taking. I'll try to be better next time, guys. Hang on with me. We'll be right back. Okay. And we back. Let's finish off strong. The final match on this PLE is the 30-man's Royal Rumble. Now, we're going to break it down the best that I can. I took pretty detailed notes. So how this all started, I guess they slipped up and showed the fact that they were going to have Braun Breaker entering at number 1. They wanted to retcon that, so what they did was have Paul Heyman come out during the pre-show, confront Adam Pearce about the fact that Braun was, I guess, coming out as number 2. Number 2 is supposed to be worse than 1 for whatever reason. And the way they flipped the script was pretty ingenious. Like, I give them that. It was a smart play because they constantly slip up and show their hand sometime. This way that they corrected it, I can rock with it. It was pretty interesting. So now that we know that Braun's coming out at number 2, the number 1 was a very big surprise because it was Obafemi. Obafemi came out, made his big entrance, got to the ring, and he waited on the number 2, who was Braun Breaker. Braun made his way to the ring with Paul Heyman, and as he was approaching the ring, he was ambushed by a masked man, thrown into the barricade, thrown into the steps, stomped, and then thrown to Obafemi. Soon as Braun got to his feet, Oba just grabbed him and clotheslined him over the top rope. So that's how Braun Breaker's Rumble started. Or that's how it went, I should say. Didn't even 6 seconds in the ring. 6 seconds in the ring. Braun was obviously pissed, super upset. He threw stuff around on the outside of the ring, but then he made his way back. The third person to come out was Solo Sikoa. Him and Obafemi, big punches, throwing hard-hitting blows, slugging each other. But Oba run through Solo. Obafemi just annihilates him. They positioned Obafemi as an unstoppable force in this match, and it was crazy. He was doing work. We get Rey Mysterio at number 4. We get Rusev at 5. Rusev comes directly at Oba. Seems to be like he was getting some type of momentum going, only to get stopped right away. Rusev catches a 619. He bounces off the rope into Obafemi for an elimination. Solo gets eliminated as well. He throws Rey Mysterio. Obafemi throws Rey Mysterio over the top rope, then hit him with a straight right, eliminates him. Number 6 is Woo Woo Woo, Matt Cardona. Oba make light work of him. Not even a thought. Damian Priest comes out at 7. They got some good back and forth going. And I could see this being a match for when Oba has his first real feud on the main roster. Also heard rumblings that Priest might be going to the dark side. My boy might be on his way to heel territory. So that would be a great first storyline for Obafemi. Him and Damian Priest. He can get over. Damian's a good wrestler. He's protected. So I'm interested in seeing where that goes. Javon Evans comes in at number 8. Quick offense. Bouncy, all over the place. He had a spot where he called for that boy bouncy, and he seemed to slip on a rope. But I'm not sure if that was a botch or if that was part of the plan, because he played it off very well and just kept going with the flow. Here's a surprise we didn't ask for nor want. Mr. Iguana at number 9. Obviously a comedy spot, but I didn't need that. It wasn't even that good of a comedy spot, if we're being honest. But we got Trick Willie coming in at number 10. He probably got the second biggest pop of this match. And yeah, Trick Willie is over, boy. He eliminated Mr. Iguana. And then you turn around and realize you got Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Obafemi all in the ring at the same time. These are staples from NXT that done put in work from the ground up. Like, they made themselves into who they are now through NXT. So it's nice to see a crop of wrestlers that actually were bred and like homegrown talent, so to speak, get leveled up and the look that they needed. Like, there was a lot of talk about Triple H being low-key racist, and this doesn't change the fact. But just acknowledge the fact that they signed Royce Keys, a.k.a. Power Hobbs. Trick, Javon, and Oba are moving up to the main roster. Carmelo Hayes just got the United States title. Street Profits are off. They're off television, hopefully to revitalize their characters. Triple H is going all out of his way to make sure people know that he's not racist, and that's kind of racist. They Trick, Javon, Obafemi, they all mix it up. Trick tossed Javon over, but he stays in. Then we get the number 11 entrant, Cody Rhodes. He gets in Clear House. Cody and Oba had a match at Saturday night's main event, so they get to going at it because there's still some energy between them two. Number 12, we get El Grande Americano. At number 13, we get the original El Grande Americano. They go back and forth at it. Obviously, the original El Grande eliminates the fake one. Trick eliminates the original El Grande. Cody eliminates Trick. We got our number 14th entrance, and it is Royce Keys, formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs from AEW. This is what I'm talking about. And he's a beast. They're going to be pushing this guy to the moon. They're going to do with Royce what they wanted to do with Rusev. Mark my words. Because the guys are built similar. They have similar move sets. So I'm definitely locked in to see what Hunter do with this this new crop of wrestlers he's bringing in. Royce Keys matches up with Damian Priest, gets Priest eliminated fairly quick. Theory comes in at number 15, and you could tell they're still positioning him as a big player. He's still high on their list, and I'm interested in seeing what the moves are with the Vision, because something's going down with them. Something's breaking down. I don't know what it is, but you could tell something's going on. Theory comes in, goes right at Cody and Javon Evans. After that, Bronson Reed comes in at number 16. Quick tsunami on Javon Evans. Elio Dragunov comes in. He's number 17. This dude is pure insanity. My man Daryl say the boy Elia get busted open on his way to the ring. He slides in the ring and he already bleeding. They ain't even did the introduction. Like, he bleed on command. And it's funny, but it's not funny. Dragon Lee comes in. No, I went too far. At number 18, we got La Parka of AAA. You know, La Parka from WCW. You don't know? Yeah, that's because nobody really been checking for La Parka since 98, and that's facts. It wasn't even the same La Parka. Whoever dude was on Ozempic, and they disrespectful for putting him out there like we weren't going to recognize. I don't want to hear the lore about La Parka's the character and what. Nah, they tried that back in 99. I'm not going for it. Do better. You got to do better. At number 19, we get Dragon Lee, and he goes right at Javon Evans and Austin Theory. He hit a DDT on Bronson Reed. Logan Paul comes in at number 20. So now the Vision has their last 3 remaining members in the ring. They eliminate Royce Keys as a team, with Bronson doing the heavy lifting. They eliminate La Parka and Dragon Lee. At number 21, we got L.A. Knight. He comes in, he eliminates Austin Theory and Bronson Reed real quick. But after that, we get Brock Lesnar at 22. That's a pretty late number to have the monster come in like that. And he does work. He suplexed everybody. Cody, L.A. Knight, Javon caught an F5 too, which I know he was excited for, but it looks so vicious. And Brock and Obafemi, they square off. They staring at each other face to face. 23, we got The Miz. He comes in. Brock eliminates Ilya Dragunov. Ray Phoenix comes in at 24. Brock finally, after another face-to-face with Oba, suplexes Obafemi. He eliminates Ray Phoenix. Then Brock and Oba stare each other down again. Brock goes over to try to, I guess, do something with one of the wrestlers that were on the apron and got flipped over outside of the ring by Obafemi. No, Oba went over and tried to check on a wrestler, and Brock flipped him over the top rope and eliminated him. So Brock eliminated Obafemi. 25, we get Jey Uso making his entrance, the full yeet entrance, through the crowd, unnecessary. Like, he did his entrance, he got in the ring, and then he ran it back during a PLE, during the wrestling pay-per-view. Whatever, man. Cody and L.A. Knight eliminates Brock Lesnar during Jey Uso's entrance because it went so long. So that spot was missed by a lot of people, a lot of fans in the arena and people on television, because Jay's entrance was buku long. So I'm sure somebody gonna have to pay for that backstage. Roman comes in at 26, clears the scene. Jay, he walks up. Roman like, run it back. Jay like, Roman like, run it back. You know, you want to run it back? Jay likes, run it back. Run it back. And as soon as he do it, Jay just, Roman down, lay him out. Roman's not for the games. And if you ain't heard Roman promo on a Pat McAfee show, you got to check it out. He done playing games with these people. To summarize, he gave WWE the chance to make new stars and champions, and they can't do it. They can't do it without him and his family. So he's coming back to get things back in order. And I'm here for it. Roman eliminates The Miz. He and Cody face off. They got their face-to-face. Then Jacob Fatu comes in at number 27. He hit a pop-up Samoan drop on Javon Evans that looked dangerous. He threw him probably like 15 feet in the air, caught that man on his shoulders and dropped him down. Then we get a face-to-face stare-off with Roman and Jacob Fatu. Penta was in the match for a very long time. Last Rumble he was in, he comes out at 28. Cody eliminates L.A. Knight. Randy comes out at number 29. He got a very big pop. He got the RKO on Logan Paul and on Penta, and something I missed during the pre-show. At number 30, we had Gunther. And we had this because Gunther declared himself for the Rumble, so he pulled double duty because he had a match earlier this evening. Last year, Gunther set the record for the longest time in the Rumble at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds. Gunther and Javon mix it up. Javon and Randy mix it up. We saw that previously before. Randy hit Javon with the RKO as he was coming off the top rope for the OG cutter. He eliminates him after that. Gunther eliminates Penta. Randy RKO's Gunther. Cody tossed over the top by Jacob. Drew McIntyre pops up out of nowhere. And as Cody's trying to make his way back into the ring, Drew takes him out. So Cody hits the ground. He's eliminated. Jacob staring Drew down like, this ain't over. This is far from over. This ain't it. Roman eliminates Jacob Fatu because his attention was diverted. He was looking at Drew McIntyre. So now we got down to our final four. Roman eliminates Jacob Fatu. Jay tried to eliminate Roman. Roman blocked it and eliminated Jay. So we down to the final four. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and Gunther. Real quick, Roman eliminates Logan Paul. Gunther eliminates Randy, so now we got the final two, Gunther and Roman. Gunther put the sleeper on Roman. Roman slides up out of it. He went for the Superman punch twice and missed it. Gunther throw the sleeper on again, but Roman fight him off. Roman slides up out of the sleeper, bounces off the rope, hit Gunther with the spear, throws him over the top rope. Your winner of the men's 2026 Royal Rumble, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Overall, the men's Rumble, below average. I give it a C. And that's mainly because Obafemi saved it. There weren't enough or great surprises in this match. Like, it was pretty mediocre. Outside of the standouts, Brock, Oba, Randy, Roman, Javon, it was very mediocre. You just got a chance to see all your favorite wrestlers in the ring. That's all that really was. I wanted better. I wanted Jericho to show up. We didn't need Mr. Iguana. We didn't need La Parka. Could have been Finn Balor. Stretch out the storyline or something, but this is where we at with it. So the men's Royal Rumble winner is Roman Reigns. And that was the 2026 PLE for WWE of the Royal Rumble out in Saudi Arabia. Overall, the show did what it was supposed to do. It moved storylines forward. It got eyes on up-and-coming talent. It showcased NXT and AAA wrestlers, I guess if you want to say that. The Women's Rumble was hands down the best match on the show. I was hurt and disappointed by AJ losing. I don't know where that's going, but I'm interested in seeing what happens with that. Sami and Drew. I'm wondering if Sami gonna end up going heel soon. Because he just keeps trying and trying, but he comes up short. And I wonder how they gonna deal with his character. Shout out Kevin Owens as well. Hopefully he's recovering well. Can't wait till he get back. But I know it was a while trying to get this put together, but I try to put the content together the best that I can. I do have other things going on, but I'm going to continue to pump out the content, y'all. You just got to bear with me. I had some doctor's appointments this week. That's what took so long for the episode to come out. I had to get adjusted to medication that I'm now taking. But if you like what you heard, be sure that you're subscribed and that you're following the channel or the page, because I'm putting out content every week. It might not be on time right now, but that's because we're getting everything set up to make it completely official, so there's no more hiccups, no more blunders or anything like that. Because you can find us on Spotify. Just type in 77 Tree. You can also look up content the same way in Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts. Just type in 7, the word 7, and the word tree, and the two cartoon faces of the black guys. That's us. Also on YouTube, it's Rondo23. RONDOUH23. That is the YouTube channel. I got videos there posted about wrestling and other miscellaneous content, video games, all that. So if you guys would be so kind, be sure to share and review the episodes. You have any comments of, anything that you guys would like to contribute or offer up as advice for your boy, I'll gladly accept it. I'm trying to be the best version of me that I can be. And if y'all have any tips, got any tips? You got any tips? You most shredded in a julienne salad, man. That's from Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. character. But yeah, y'all just be sure to share and like the content. I apologize if this is a little choppy. It's rough trying to get all this stuff lined up, but I'm determined to make it happen. I will make it work. I appreciate the love and I appreciate the patience. Let's work together, y'all. Let's try loving somebody. Don't be so mean all the time. Let's be better. And with that said, I'm going to get ready and get up out of here. Got more work to do. Got more videos to record. So, you know me. I'm Rondo, a.k.a. Parnell Shuttlesworth, b.k.a. your mom's homie, a.k.a. Young Ash Ketchum. I gotta catch them all. F.K.A. Mr. Big Stuff. And my pronouns is Black Matrix. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Be good and watch out.